What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch Season 5, Episode 2 of Fargo. Last we saw sort of an introductory episode, as most pilots or Episode 1s of seasons are, getting to know Dot and Wayne and the family, with a crazy, I don't know if you can go tell them, the mob family, weird illegal activity that's going on. I'm sure that we will get all that fleshed out pretty damn soon, but the most interesting, most entertaining part, the fucking fact that Dot is like the goddamn Terminator. I don't know. James Bond. I've never even seen any of these movies, so I'm just trying to think of the most badass people I know. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let me to summarize it. I would not want to get on her bad side at all. I would not want to get in between her and making breakfast, because she's got some weird fucking creepy obsession with that shit going on. But I'm excited to see more. We obviously didn't get to see any John Hamm. Well, we got one little scene in the middle of a montage of him doing some weird freaky shit, and he has like a weird connection with Dot. So I hope that gets explored this episode. Like I said, I said it last episode, I'm so excited to see John Hamm in anything, because I have yet to see him act in anything before. So obviously I will be watching Mad Men on the channel at some point, but to summarize, I am so hyped to get into it. I don't want to yap any longer. I want to hop straight into it. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I'd really appreciate it. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon, and if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. Let's get into it. Oh, they're already starting with the music and the cinematography. I'm very hopeful we'll see John Hamm this episode, because I'm getting sort of ranch vibes, and I'm pretty sure we were on a ranch last episode. There we go.
Working the land through times flush and fallow.
And just seeing this little vibe, I need to watch Yellowstone really badly. I've heard that is a really good show.
We know it in our bones. Jesus was a man, not some.
This shit is in Minnesota?
Just as water flows downhill, a husband is head of his household. Under him, the woman abides.
Yeah.
Close until that matrimonial threshold is crossed, and then she opens to it, as the flower opens to the sun.
Okay. We're getting weird, creepy, old fucking ideologies guy.
No. He only raises his hand to her when she forgets her place and acts the man, and then only for instruction. Never taking any pleasure or satisfaction from the task. Whereas you, son,
Seem to have played a Tommy Lee drum solo all over your missus's facade.
Oh, I'm gonna like this character, and by like him, I mean I'm gonna fucking hate him, but I'm gonna like him because I hate him so much.
take comfort. Daughter, these hard times are over. All right? I'll see to your husband's instruction myself.
What instruction?
Like, obviously it's good he's cracking down on abuse, but he's just saying that abuse is good only when used in the correct spot.
Don't hurt him. We got 3 boys who need a daddy.
Okay.
Look at Dick Cheese. I know you.
Quiet.
I don't want to be like cringe or anything, but like having this actor been built up so much for me, he does have an aura around him.
Forgiveness. Tend to his burns. Try to be deferential. Cater to his needs as a man with your mouth in order to sow harmony. I'll come by in the morning and see if the lesson's stuck.
Situations like this and people like this who have that opinion and like I don't know, try to teach or how to fix abuse, it always ends up with the fucking husband killing the girl. So that's genuinely infuriating, his perspective there, and character-wise, I like it. So they did try. Okay, he did put the hit out. Or kidnapping. So I would assume that there was a past. Maybe she was her ex-wife. Or, oh, no. Well, he's a sheriff, so he obviously must.
The man to do a job without all the information.
Must be hunting her.
And the job be done.
That she's just the Terminator.
You say a woman is a woman. housewife. Never do you mention she is for real a tiger.
You're saying you couldn't handle some girl? 100 pounds soaking wet?
She's a demon. She's not human.
It's on the wire this morning. This halfwit shot up a filling station outside Beulah. Murdered the clerk.
So obviously he's the sheriff, and there's, you know what I mean, like other officers here, but
With a cracked skull and his face half burned off in the morgue.
You say housewife, so I bring one guy.
but is this a part of it, like an investigation, or is this like a side project?
Did they take her? The police?
Fled on foot. Possibly home. Possibly to the wind.
Did you find her?
She could be found. Where people go, the thoughts they have, these are known to me. Instincts.
I love his cadence.
It's a question of price. The job it was not the job you said. Pain and suffering, a man missing an appendage, self-sewing his own skin. Scarred for life, he's told. And then this new ask, hunting a tiger. And it
Dude, that is not a tiger. She's a goddamn army on her own.
She's my wife.
Don't tell him shit. I already said I can handle this. We know where she lives now. We're handling it.
She made vows to me.
Oh, and she's too much of a man for him.
An oath. Consider it a debt. Unpaid, leaving me in limbo. Husband yes sir, husband no. See, she hid from me 9-10 years.
Damn.
Interest accrued until the debt could no longer be paid with money.
So I mean, yeah, they're not in Minnesota. She has like fled the state.
Here she is, fingerprints in the system. Now the limbo can end. The debt can be collected. Tell me something, friend. If a man is pure, his actions are only ever good.
And good for her for leaving this fucking piece of shit. Let me tell you what.
I'm a nihilist.
What the fuck does that mean?
I believe in nothing.
You believe in money. Yeah? Go on with Gator, he'll get you paid.
Dad.
Original plus pain and suffering.
Yeah, of course. Take it out of the rainy day fund. Fix in place.
Really?
Fix in place.
Fix in place? You mean like fix in place?
A man is grateful.
Yeah, sometimes it's not the most realistic, but I love when like characters like speak weirdly. Obviously, when it's done not in a cringy manner. Oh, this... I talked about it last season, but every little single scene in this show looks 10 out of 10.
It used to be dinosaurs.
Obviously, and I talked about it last episode too, I'm excited to see Joe Keery act. The only thing I've seen him in is the first 3 seasons of Stranger Things.
Surprise, shitbird.
Where was this earlier? Where was this last episode? What a shot!
Back to the house now.
What a shot! Oh my god! Everyone's inadequate, incompetent. Either that or the opposition is always a Terminator. I gotta find better words. I don't want to keep saying Terminator, but oh my god.
A bad day. Yeah. Left the house a mess. Last I checked, we're in a crime.
No, ma'am. I'm a recidivist on that count myself. Laundry, especially.
Laundry.
I'm loving this at the beginning of this season.
What I'm concerned about is the blood.
Told you I'd cut my feet up on some glass.
I love all seasons of the show, but when it gets to these last two seasons, I had lower expectations than the other ones, and they've made me very happy.
Told you I bought that secondhand.
It was my fault.
Oh, this poor guy. He does not know what he's in for.
Wide open. All the blood. I'm not ashamed to say I panicked, but you know, Dot's home, and that's all that matters. So, whatever.
Oh, the poor guy. He's gonna die. He's gonna die, and it's gonna be her fault.
I told Scotty we could go to DQ after school, so...
So, get the hell out of my house. It's over. Let's see how competent Indira is.
Questions?
No.
See if she digs into this.
Wayne, she's not listening to me.
Danish Graves is our attorney, so if you need to contact us again, which you shouldn't,
Okay, then.
Oh, man. Like, this is what I mean. Like, I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I'm being a nerd or I'm being repetitive, but that shot just looks so amazing, and it was nothing. It was absolutely nothing.
Our own. A little bruised. Bloody feet.
She escaped?
Well, that's a conundrum. Says she wasn't taken. Says it was just a driving around type scenario. Getting her head straight.
Bullshit. You saw the police report.
So now Wayne's family is gonna go digging into her past, maybe find a connection to Roy, because obviously
You got cold feet.
Kidnapped yourself,
Nah.
you thinking?
I think they might think that the situation was supposed to be targeted at them when it obviously wasn't.
Well, you said yourself, not much there.
Pretty thin for sure. Just a birth certificate, few school records, previous addresses.
Well, it's too good to be true now, I'm thinking.
So, what do we...
Tell you what we don't want. Police. Digging their noses into...
Jennifer Jason Leigh is one of my favorite characters in one of my favorite movies of all time, The Hateful Eight, where she is absolutely 10 out of 10 acting. A lot different of a role, and I'm loving it so far.
Putting ideas in his head.
I don't know.
So, we separate them, like the cops. You brace him, I go at her. Get to the bottom of things. If this deal's for real, and they got a notion to take what's mine, we need to nip it in the bud. Keep things in-house.
What is...
Jeez.
I either forgot her name or I didn't get it in the first place.
Yeah, this enemy within situation.
She made promises.
Oh, these guys, they are going to be so, what's it called? Suspicious and overreactive to this whole situation that I feel like they're going to drag themselves down when they're not even in the main point of it. I do really hope Joe Carey gets time to shine too, because he obviously a fan favorite character in Stranger Things.
Tell me her name again.
Goes by Dorothy Lyon now. Lives in a suburb outside the Twin Cities.
Married, you said?
Going on 10 years.
Oh, immediate.
Some kind Korean model.
Koreans make cars?
I guess. Anyway, she's got a daughter named Scotty. She's about 9.
Man, we love Pierce Nipples.
Roy, we got FBI here.
Damn. Already?
Let's set him up.
What do you want me to...
Don't worry about it.
Man, these guys are the cops, the sheriff, and they got FBI on their back? What is going on?
Jaqueen.
It's Joaquin. This is Agent Meyer. We're new in the Fargo office.
Yeah.
We'd come by and see why you aren't enforcing any of our laws.
Do I know that actor? The gentleman? Joaquin? Let me write the name down too. Meyer and Joaquin.
That you don't seem to recognize.
well, Agent Jaqueen, I think you'll find that there is no one on God's
Oh my god, he's playing the absolute perfect racist, sexist, rancher,
that I am law of the land.
egotistical, egomaniacal.
County to interpret and enforce the Constitution given unto us by Almighty God.
Freedom.
Amen.
You know, I hear that word a lot out here. I'm curious what you think it means.
Agent, if you don't know what freedom is, I don't think me saying the words out loud is going to teach you.
Seriously? Do you want a towel? Or
Stand straight up. Let me see some cheeks.
State and moist repose bother you?
We want to see John Ham cheeks. Dap me up, guys. Dap me up. That is an awesome towel.
Now, if you were to own a tavern and serve beer and pretzels at the same time, I could arrest you. And in Waverly, the law forbids horses from sleeping in bathtubs. You beginning to get the drift here?
Half of those could be lies too, but I love looking into like the weird, stupid ass laws that states or cities have in the United States.
And the law, my friends, has very little to do with it. So, Jaqueen, Mrs. Jaqueen, you'll excuse me. I have some justice to administer.
Oh, I'm gonna love him. And again, like I said before, by love him, I mean he's gonna be such a hateable character that I'm gonna love how good he is at making me hate him.
What do you want?
Jerome,
Same with this character right here. I mean,
maybe she wants to show you her dolls.
I don't know. Last season I did complain about, not complain because I loved this season, but it didn't have as many characters that I like were S tier for me as compared to other seasons. So far, this season is on that trajectory.
Signs of a break-in, I'm told. Evidence you fought back, which good for you. I'd have skinned them where they stood.
Please. More like Mama had a tantrum, and it all got blowed out of proportion. On hill.
Well, either you got a screw loose, or somebody came for you and you got away, and now you're lying about it.
No! No, Mama, no!
I'm not your mom.
That is not what
You're
happened.
married to my son, mother to my granddaughter. I wanted a girl with papers, but my Wayne always liked a sassy thing with a tight caboose, so here you are.
What do you mean by that?
So what if I do got a screw loose?
You got 18 of them.
Like, I'm holding up my end of the deal.
Oh.
Man and wife. Him and me.
What's up with this Bisquick shit, too?
There are ways we could change that.
It's obviously got to have a connection to Roy.
Revocation of the trust. And cut you both out of the will, see if that moves the marker.
What are you saying?
I'm saying I don't trust you. You're up to something, and I won't have you dragging my son down. So, best you make excuses, you go back to wherever it is you were before you met.
It's been 10 years and you're still not on her good side?
I could even see my way to staking you for the first 2 years.
Listen, bitch.
Yeah.
Climbed through 6 kinds of hell to get where I am. I know Ivy League royal wannabe is gonna run me off just because she doesn't like the way I smell.
Oh, I love her. I love her. I'm in love.
You better sleep with both eyes open.
I'm in love.
Nobody takes what's mine and lives.
I'm so scared of her. I love her and I'm scared of her.
Anywho.
She's a devil incarnate. Oh my god.
I'll bring my blue salad.
Blue salad?
Jerome.
Yeah, let's get out of here, bro. She threatened me. She might put a hit out on her now. Listen, bitch. Dude, that, oh my god. Are those, no, those are the new ones. I was gonna be like, has she had those? So is it just a scenario where he was abusive, like overly abusive, and she obviously isn't like a beat dog. She's her own person, her own human, which, you know what I mean, is good. We want that. What are they? What's her plan here? Is Dot gonna do this every day? I want to know her real name too, because it's obviously not Dot. But is she gonna do this every day? How's she gonna explain it to Wayne? Does Scotty not? I mean, how old is she? Does she not realize any of this stuff?
What do you, Got some business to discuss, Wayne.
Ah.
Is he on?
Mom?
Lorraine.
Kid, need your help.
I did not have that.
Of course, yeah. Is it that landscaper again?
No, it's not the landscaper, moron. It's your wife.
I hate I hate the way that she talks to people.
It ain't a kidnapping thing. Well, something fishy about that.
Full low tide, if you ask me. It's like the dog's breath.
Now, we talked about this. She had a bad day.
Son, I talked to the police. They got hard evidence your wife was abducted. Not to mention, I just learned they think they got one of the guys on a slab over in North Dakota. Broke his skull in the commode of a filling station.
Jeez.
Yeah, officer on the scene said there was a female present.
Yes, and the scene was gruesome.
Head out of your ass, kid. She's making a play here. Your missus. In cahoots with the kidnappers, maybe, or...
It's been 10 years, though, that they've been together. Have they always had this sort of distrust?
Oh, come on now, Maya. Not everything's about money.
I feel really bad about Wayne, because obviously his family doesn't even like him, disrespects him, looks down on him.
My attorney, I authorize you to knock his fucking block.
Obviously, I don't even think that Dot even loves him, honestly.
No. No. Wait a minute. Huh?
Listen to me, boy. You're back at the kiddie table on this one. That's official. Now, shut your hole and listen to me talk.
And why would you rig your house so blatantly? What if like a random neighbor walks in?
I wanted to ask you some questions about events that transpired last night.
You and everybody else.
Oh, what was this gentleman's name? Is this, no, I don't have this guy's name written down, I think.
Right, which I think I am.
Got me intrigued.
Taken from her home yesterday afternoon by two men, we think. We found blood from one. Looks like she burned the other fella's face pretty bad.
Sounds like my girl. Rambo, basically.
Rambo, that's the name. I was trying to think of the name. I couldn't think of it. I'd never seen that movie.
MacGyver.
Well,
I haven't seen that either, but I obviously know who MacGyver is. She's an amalgamation of everyone.
It's a party.
Indira Olmsted, Scandia Police Department.
City girl.
Well, we prefer women these days.
Heard you say you got a picture of the perps?
Victim, female.
Right. Saw something about a woman got taken. Or escaped or something.
Kieran's a great actor too, because he's already such a different character than the Stranger Things one. Very, like, creepy.
Recidivist Donald Ireland, I think they said the other one got away.
Wish we got more of, I keep forgetting his name for some reason. That actor's name. Of Donald Ireland.
So what, she's some kind of criminal also?
Stop going through all the pictures.
Mix up at her daughter's school this week. Tased an officer by accident.
How's that happen?
Heat of the moment, I'm guessing. Used to be a saying, Minnesota nice. But I was there. Nothing nice about Minnesota that. What did you?
I don't know. I pressed something.
Darn it, you deleted the victim, her photo.
Yeah, me and technology.
You think he's slick, huh? You think he's slick, huh?
No, it's my fault.
Oh, he knows. He knows something's up.
I sure hope you find her. If it was her, saved my life, I think.
Oh no, she's home. A little worse for wear, but intact. Strangest thing though, despite all evidence, She's claiming it never happened.
Never what now?
Says nobody broke in, says she wasn't taken, just went for a wander for 10 hours and then came home and cooked breakfast.
It's quick.
Drama queen trying to make her husband sick.
Who said she has a husband?
No, I mean, I'm assuming. Description said 30s in the police report, so.
Well, all I know is the woman I met broke loose like somebody who knows how small the cage can get.
Oh my god.
That picture. Like to meet that woman again, thank her.
For what? As far as I can tell, she's the one got you shot in the
Okay, you're going too far now. You're going a little too far.
She was just trying to get free.
Gator, back up a little bit.
Well, you know what they say. Protect and serve.
Yeah, I'm down with protect, but I ain't in the service industry. I'm in the kicking ass and taking names business.
You're a cop, dude. Sit down. He's vaping. He's vaping. He tried to be all badass and did the most uncool thing you can do.
What you doing there?
For security, Mom said.
She's being open about the fact that there's security issues?
Is there a sledgehammer over the front door?
Well, we talked about an alarm system, but you said we couldn't afford a good one, so we...
Well, what the heck is it?
Oh, no, hon, I wouldn't touch that. It's electrified.
It's what?
It's plugged into the wall. If anyone tries to bust in, well, they'll get a righteous shock.
Yo, she's crazy. I love it. I love it. I mean, obviously, I don't know the exact thing, but she obviously came from an abusive situation, and she sort of found, like, someone she can push over in Wayne. But I also don't like seeing the fact that she is controlling him to a point.
But don't worry. I think we came to an understanding.
She said that, or?
No.
Oh.
But women understand each other.
Nope.
I don't think you do understand each other. She's litigating against you. See,
And this guy is a pushover in every single way.
I mean, the whole thing sounds loony, but she thinks you're some kind of con woman, playing us for our money, in league with the kidnappers. I just...
Told you, there were no kidnappers.
You know, from where she's sitting, the whole thing don't make a lot of sense.
Poor guy. This poor guy. Yeah, maybe.
Wait, why is there a sledgehammer in the vestibule? And how come Scotty's making a zombie killer?
Well, like she said, security.
From what?
I didn't get kidnapped.
You know...
No, you can't. You weren't there. At the school board. Neighbor against neighbor. Society's breaking down here. The social structure. What side you're on, whether you're for or against. I'm just saying... Protect ourselves. In case...
In case what?
In case... ruffians at the door. Or Mr. Abernathy decides he wants revenge. Or 1,000 other maybes.
I just...
Scotty's math teacher. The fella I tased before the cop.
You tased the math teacher?
I got a bad feeling.
I'm loving this.
People do.
I've even heard from, like, reputable sources that this season was not good, but this is a phenomenal first 2 episodes, specifically the second episode.
A few practical solutions. Unless you're ready to step up and go state of the art. Really sink some capital into it.
Should we, I don't know, should we get a gun?
See? Oh, now you're thinking. Yeah. A gun is a great idea. We should get a shotgun.
Yep. Man, she could use, like, AKs and all that. Man, she's a master manipulator. I would have to assume that it's from a past of being manipulated as well.
I play floor hockey in my socks with Scotty again and watch Real Housewives.
I know. And we can, and we will.
And no, we won't. It's over. Our lives are about to get flipped upside down.
All I ever wanted was... You're my dream come true.
Not a good dream. I almost just choked laughing. That is not a good dream. Like, It's obviously early, so I'm not gonna say like it's hard for me to read characters, but I really want to know if she really does love him, or if this is just the easy rebound, easy like safety veil almost. Man, they just really reopened it like 2 days later. Just put some plywood up and called it a day. We should have took like a week to clean everything up. Not even gonna shake it a little bit, man? Damn. He's hunting him down, or is he just sending a message?
We got us some jerky.
I mean, if he was hunting him down, he would have killed him the other day. Dude, the cinematography! And I love how Fargo, like, obviously it has a format due to the fact that it's an anthology show, but it's so easily, like, has like 5 different sides, like, immediately that are against each other, and they sort of interact with each other at different points, they team up at different points, and it's insane how efficient they're able to set up those storylines. Oh, he just wants his money. He just wants his money. What? That's the end? Fastest 45 minutes of my fucking life. Are you kidding me? I was expecting 20 more minutes. And I knew this was an already shorter episode. Oh my god. Okay, that was the second episode of the 5th season of Fargo. A phenomenal episode. I would say, I can safely say that I like that episode considerably more than the first one. Talked about it a lot in my channels. Well, I'm only like a 5-month-old channel at this point, but I feel like I've discussed it a lot. Beginnings aren't usually my favorite. I like sort of the middles of shows. I feel like the beginnings just sort of set things up. Obviously, in an anthology show, it's essentially like each season it's its own show, where there's a setup, there's the middle, and it's the end. And I feel like we're already in the middle with this. I mean, the first episode was set up just sort of giving you that one immediate like action point, you know what I mean, the catalyst that all seasons of Fargo have, but then just introducing characters. This episode in particular, I feel like is already it's got the ball rolling. I mean, we're deep into the characters. I absolutely loved that conversation. I feel like a 5-minute conversation with Wayne and Dot at the end of this episode. I thought that was a fantastic scene. I'm so interested in Roy and Gator. I feel like different characters, but they have the same role, that I'm going to love them, but I'm also gonna hate them at the same like part. And honestly, like, me hating them is gonna make me love them even more. You know, if that makes any sense. Like, that's the kind of vibe I got from those characters, specifically Roy, because he was so like I wanted to just fucking choke him out, but like I'm also sitting back like, this guy's so entertaining. I don't know if it's the acting of John Hamm that's carrying it, or just like, oh my god. When it comes to those characters, when I say I love them, like, I love them because I want them to keep doing more and more heinous shit and say more and more things I disagree with, so that once they get their comeuppance, I can like cheer out in joy and have like an orgasmic level reaction. Because that's what I want to happen. Just through, I don't even know the real exact history between Dot and Roy. Obviously, I would suspect, just from the fucking insanely sexist and manipulative words that Roy said this episode, that he is obviously in the wrong, and due to that, I really want Dot to get revenge, or just brutally murder him, because as they said, and I've said a couple times, she is Rambo, she's the Terminator, she is the greatest action hero of all time. Okay, she's a one-man army, and I cannot wait to see that, because just looking at past seasons, those sort of characters, and I think the best, in my opinion, one-man army, probably Hansi. there was just something about him, man. Not obviously not my favorite character, who is a one-man army, but from like the one-man army perspective and just how like efficient and what they can do. I mean, I feel like she may be up there by the end of the season. Okay, I feel like she's about to do some damage to this. I don't even want to say crime syndicate that Roy has, because it's kind of lawful. Obviously not, but you know, I'm interested to see there. Are they doing like an illegal business, or are they just upholding the law in a not true to the Constitution way? Or yeah, you know what I mean? Like are they doing an illegal thing on the side to get money or anything like that, or is it just like ruling with an iron fist, so to speak? And then also, same sort of question with Wayne's family, with Lorraine and Danish. What's going on there? Is it just maybe I might have read it wrong in the first episode, but I kind of got like crime vibes, like they were doing something illegal and that's how they got a portion of their money. But maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it could just be like they're a bunch of assholes and they're a bunch of people who rule very strictly, and that's how they control their life. But I think my favorite scene of the entire episode has to be those last couple words between Lorraine and Dot, because oh my god, dude, it's like best way I can describe it is like Dexter season 2. Some of the conversations between Dexter and Dokes, where Dexter has that sort of facade up, the walls are up, he's lying, he's pretending, and when he gets himself either trapped into a corner or just has a realization that the only way out of this is through my true intentions and personality, he'll whip out that true like Dexter badassery. I got that vibe from Dot right there. I mean, her just telling her to, yo, shut the hell up. This is my territory. This is my life. You're not involved. Get the hell out of my house. Essentially, that was fantastic. That was utter cinema for me, if I'm being honest. I am loving all of these characters so far, and I feel like that's one thing I do want to talk about, because obviously I said it a couple of minutes ago. Like, I'm still in the early stages of having a YouTube channel, or a reaction YouTube channel, and I haven't really been able to take it as seriously as I've wanted to due to time constraints that will change in a couple months. But I can't wait to watch a show that I actually just dislike. Just to see my reaction, because I feel like most of the shows I'm watching right now, it's just me consistently praising it, or me going, oh, I love all the characters, I love this, I love that. Not that I want to actively seek out bad TV, but at some point I am going to watch a show, or I'm going to watch a season of a show that I'm going to dislike. Maybe that's soon. I know that after Fargo gets done, I'm going to be watching the latest season of True Detective, because I haven't yet to see it. I've been saving it. I wonder if I will have that, because I did hear that that's bad. But at the same time, when first and foremost, the reason I bring up True Detective is because I'm not a huge True Detective fan. I think that even the first season, I know some people are gonna, if anybody in the history of mankind ever watches me say these words in this episode, I'm not a True Detective fan. Not even season 1. I didn't love it that much. So seeing a season that people vehemently hate on a show that I already slightly dislike, I would assume that I wouldn't like it, but I will give it a shot. Even a show like this, and the reason I brought that up, and this will be the last time that I say it, because I feel like I said it like 3 times last season. I watched the first 3 seasons in a binge. I was introduced to it in one of my college classes, an anthology TV class, and we had like a 3-week lesson on Fargo. We watched season 1, episode 1, season 2, episode 1, and we watched season 5, episode 1. That was probably it was like over a year ago at this point. We got early access to the first episode, because our professor was a certified G. But at a certain point, okay, I binged these 3 seasons, and then I really got the urge, the inkling, and the opportunity to make a YouTube channel. You know what I mean? So I sort of saved the last 2 seasons of Fargo for it because I'm such a huge fan of it. I wanted to experience this with other people. And because I had such a long gap between season 3 and 4, I heard things about the next 2 seasons. Whereas the first 3 seasons, I didn't hear anything about them, just binged straight through, and I loved them. Season 4, I heard was underwhelming. I heard that it was the worst season of the show, specifically due to constraints regarding COVID. And while I can definitely easily say it was the worst season, and there was a couple mismanagements of time and character focus, I could say without a doubt that it was still an excellent season of TV. You know what I mean? Not like tippy top S tier, but it was at bare minimum B tier for me. I mean, I really fucking loved it. So far the same with this. I heard that a couple people had problems with this season. And obviously I don't like to entertain that much conversation about something that I've yet to indulge in because I don't want spoilers or I don't want to know anything. So one of my good friends who is fucking same thing with film and all that as I am, he had a problem with it. I didn't want him to go too much in detail, so I kind of shut it down, like talking about it. But even he had some problems with it, so I'm interested to see if it will happen in the future, if I'm going to have those problems, or I'm going to still just love it like I've been loving this. So I'm definitely interested to see that. What a great episode. I think that's going to be it for this. I don't want to yap for too long. I just, again, not saying that there was no setup in this episode, because I know that I've talked about how much last episode had, but I still also felt like this was a sort of a two-part setup, if you will. Like most shows, especially like anime, I think with most animes you have to watch the first 2 episodes to really get the understanding of the storyline. I would almost argue that this season of Fargo you technically need that, because it didn't showcase Roy Tillman or that side of the storyline at all. And obviously the first 3 seasons there's a lot less characters, so they were able to perfectly pack all of that into one episode. And last season, because there was way too many characters, there wasn't even main characters that were introduced to like the 3rd episode, I'm pretty sure. So this episode sort of finished showing off all of the characters. So now once season 3 hits, we can immediately just like we're into it. And like I said, I'm loving all the characters. I'm loving Roy, I'm loving Gator, I'm loving the family dynamic between Dot and Wayne and Scotty. Lorraine is a phenomenal villain. Again, I cannot wait for Lorraine and Roy to get their revenge, to get bloodily murdered. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see if Dot can pull any more Rambo shit. So that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon. And if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. I will see you guys next week for the 3rd episode.